Hi, everybody. It is Kathy, and I love to be selling. Come on in, sellers. Come on in. Got quite a story for you, but come on in. And I really do apologize. A bunch of you know I was supposed to broadcast earlier. I will tell you about it. I'm not sure how much you hear. It's like, oh my goodness. But let me just check. Let me know that you can hear me. Make sure my hair and everything is okay. Sort of like, oh my goodness, and I will tell you what happened. But first my Wi-Fi went out. That was fun. So I was on the phone. I used Time Warner Spectrum. I actually have a tech guy coming out tomorrow, but they got the Wi-Fi working. And for those of you who don't know, I live in New York City. In fact, let me introduce myself. I'm Kathy Terrill. I love to be selling, and I am a top-rated seller on eBay. And I am an eBay social media consultant and sales consultant. I've been selling on eBay for over 12 years. I am trained as an eBay education specialist, so trained by eBay to work with sellers. I help sellers of all sizes with their eBay businesses, grow them and scale them. And what I'm known for, I've got the great privilege to work with a lot of teams on various things, is my information is absolutely accurate. I double and triple check everything. And I'm glad to do that to help you with your business. I want you to have the eBay business that you want. And that's what I'm here to help you with. Okay. So come on in. I live in New York City. So that's why it's unusual for cable to go out, because in New York City, our lines are underground. So when we have storms and stuff, we're usually okay. You know, every now and then stuff will get wonky. So I rarely lose cables. That's what's so weird. It's like, oh, good, my Wi-Fi is going out. So that got fixed, but they're still going to send me a tech guy. Yay. Because what they think is I need new equipment. Sounds good to me. I'm very glad to get new equipment. But let me know that you can hear me. Hey guys, Marsha, Sharon, how are you? Pam? Good. Great, you guys. Susan, Melissa, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. So this is what I wanted to share about, because I actually saw this in a couple of forums, and I was like, no, you know, don't spend your money this way. It's like, no, don't do this. And this is what happened, and this was for newer sellers. But part of my tip is something, I actually was talking with a very experienced seller last night. I run a meetup here in New York City, and this very experienced seller didn't know this tip. So I want to broadcast and share it with you. So this was the first thing. And I run various Facebook groups, and I work with a lot of sellers, and particularly for newer sellers, but experienced sellers can fall into this too. The number one stumbling block, in fact, I'll ask you guys, the number one stumbling block for a new seller, particularly a new seller to eBay. Can you guess what it is? What trips people up the most when they're first selling? And I would say first selling, like the first year of selling. And also people when they're coming back to eBay. And I'm going to look over here and see if you guys guessed correctly. But what would you guess if you're just starting to sell on eBay, even if you sell on other platforms? What causes you the most trouble in perhaps the first year and a half of your selling? What do you think that is, you guys? Let me just see if you guys are going to guess. Janet's in her pool. Hi, Janet. How are you? I'm glad you're in your pool. Good. Can you guys guess what that is? Because I will tell you. It's shipping. Shipping trips up more sellers in the beginning. Just all aspects of shipping. Usually with newer sellers, one of the big things is not realizing the weight of items. So when you weigh them, they're weighing the item, which is good, but they're weighing it without the box, the poly mailer, the padding, okay? And then another thing is not realizing, for instance, if it's under 16 ounces in the United States, is you can ship first class, because particularly coming from other platforms, they may only be used to shipping everything priority mail. And then they're shipping something that's 5 or 6 ounces priority, which is a lot more money than first class. But this was the mistake that I caught in a group, and I wanted to make sure that you guys don't do this, is So what'll happen is, and also I'm saying it, hang on a second, this is September 13th. I'm saying it now because we're going into fourth quarter. If you're not aware of it, fourth quarter or holiday sales period is October, November, December. And for most sellers, there are some categories that don't really scale up at the holidays. But for most sellers, October, November, December is very, very busy. So that means we're going to be doing a lot more shipping, and usually you'll get more customer service questions too. And this is a very, very common question. And sometimes when you get it, you're like, oh, so let's just deal with this, is where's my package, right? They've bought the item, where's my package? So the first thing you're going to do is breathe. You will go into eBay, and everything that you have shipped, you're shipping through the eBay system. And if for some reason, you're using stamps.com or using Endicia or you're using another shipping service, that's fine. You're putting your tracking information on eBay, or you're using a service that imports the tracking information to eBay. But for most of us, we're printing our shipping labels through eBay. And when you print your shipping label through eBay, the delivery confirmation number shows right there. And it's clickable. It's easy for us. So again, I don't respond saying hello, click click it, because you know what, they may not know how to do it, or they're confused or whatever. And why not? It takes me 2 or 3 seconds to click it. I can totally click their delivery confirmation for them. So I click the delivery confirmation and see what's going on. Situation number 1, it shows as delivered. It shows delivered. Now again, they may not know how to click delivery confirmation. They may not know how to do tracking. So what I will do is I will click the confirmation, I'll copy and paste it, I'll click reply, and I'll go, your item shows delivered. Here's the information. You can see this yourself in your My eBay. Just click the delivery confirmation number, but your package has arrived. If you don't have it, if for some reason you don't have it, you might check with other people in your household, because sometimes what will happen is the spouse, the partner, the kids, somebody else has taken the package in, and check with your neighbors. Because again, sometimes for people in their neighborhood, the neighborhood might have taken the package in. And just respond nicely. I would say like 50-60% of the time, that's it. You hear nothing else. They either find you hear nothing else. That's it. It's done. And it tends to go up at the holidays, because sadly there is theft of packages at the holidays. Okay, it's happened in my building. Again, I live in New York City. We had one day where every package that was had been delivered in the lobby of our building got stolen. So sadly, packages do get stolen, but we're protected. So I'm going to go into that. Just hang on. So you get them the information, you hear nothing back, everything's fine. Situation 2, it shows delivered. They will message you back and say, I don't have my package. It shows delivered, but I don't have my package. Now, yes, there are, and you can Google this, there are times when there seems to be sort of like an internet scamming thing going on, where people are just claiming they don't have packages. I don't want to go down that path. So just because you're protected, so you don't need to accuse people of anything. You don't need to go back at people. And always stay businesslike and professional. Even if the customer gets a little heated, just stay cool, stay professional. Don't start doing a tit for tat. So respond saying, I'm so sorry. The delivery does show that it's delivered. Would check with your neighbors. And if nobody has the package, what I encourage you to do is to check with your postal carrier and your post office manager, because what they can do is they can take the delivery confirmation and either talk to their mail person. Everybody's neighborhood is different. Some people really know their mail carrier, some don't. You can go to your post office, speak to the manager, show them the tracking, and the information the manager has is more detailed than when you and I can see. So you can do that. Now, sometimes what happens, and again, this is up to the seller, but I see newer sellers getting pulled into this more than more experienced sellers, is the buyer wants you to call their post office and they want you to intercede. What I do for myself, being very polite, is I pull myself out of that. It is not my responsibility as the seller to contact your post office. I did my job. I sold you the item. I packed it well. I got it out the door. I definitely want to help you get it. I want you to be happy, but I am not willing to pick up the phone and call the post office and check on your package. I will encourage you to do it. Now, sometimes it gets into a tit for tat thing on that because they don't want to. They want you to call. They consider it your responsibility. Just in a professional way is, I did my job. You say it a nice way. You do need to, it's your post office, it's your postal carrier. You need to follow through on this. And then I say something like keep me posted or best wishes or something like that. But get yourself out of it, really encourage them to do it. And they may do that, and then they'll come back to you and they'll say, it's not here. Post office manager doesn't know where it is. My mail carrier doesn't know where it is. It is not here. And then this is where the ball falls in your court. If they open an item not received case, and you can encourage them to do that, say, I encourage you to open an item not received case with eBay. They just click it, item not received. You will get a message from eBay, and then all you have to do is put in the delivery confirmation and say, USPS shows item delivered. That's it. You don't need to say anything else, because the eBay system will see that it's delivered and you will not have to refund. And this is what happens sometimes with newer sellers is they're scared, because especially sometimes a customer can get very aggressive, or they're scared about negatives, or they're just scared, and they will refund. If the item shows delivered, eBay will always find on your behalf. Now, what they might do, maybe it's a new buyer, it could be a very experienced buyer, is they still might refund the buyer from eBay's money, not your money. I mean, it is our money because we're paying fees, but you know what I mean? It's eBay's money, but you'll never know that. It will be found in your favor. They will refund the customer. And they'll say like a one-time courtesy, or just thank you so much for shopping on eBay. I'm so sorry this happened to you, blah, blah, blah. And they might refund eBay because they want to retain that customer. But you as the seller do not need to refund. Now, if it's a low-cost item, maybe it's somebody who shops with me all the time. There may be times when if you have more than one, so I've got here my red cup. I've got more than one red cup, and it's not a big ticket item. I might send it back as a courtesy. My decision. eBay's not forcing me. If it's a repeat buyer, somebody who shops with me all the time, this is like a $9 or $10 item, and this is somebody who's bought hundreds of dollars of merchandise from me, and I have another one. For me personally, I would absolutely send it to them. I'm so sorry that happened. Sharon, I do have another one. You know what? I'm going to pop that in the mail. It's on its way to you, and it's my gift to you, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. Keep your eye out for it, so you'll get it, okay? But as long as it shows delivered, you are covered. And you can always encourage the buyer to open an item not received. The system will kick in, you'll put in the delivery confirmation information, and you are covered. Second scenario, buyer messages you, where's my package? You go into eBay, you click delivery confirmation, and I call it the Bermuda Triangle. It shows, it'll show in transit. I'm in New York City, so the big hub around here seems to be Jersey City. So it made it from New York to Jersey City, and then it's gone. It's like there's no tracking on it. And the other thing that could happen, I was talking to my friend last night who actually used to work for the post office. An item is supposed to go to Chicago. I click the delivery, and it's in Florida. I mean, it went to Florida instead of Chicago. So for some reason, it's sitting down in Florida. And this is what you do, and I want to show you this. So hang on a second, let me share my screen. Because if you don't know this, it's interesting. I had a very experienced seller, and they did not know about this. So let me share my screen, and I will show you. So what you want to do is you want to go to the USPS website. Okay, so you're on eBay, and it's showing either that it got picked up and then it's gone. There's no more tracking on it, or it's gone somewhere it shouldn't have gone. Like you're in New York, it's gone to Florida, and the item is supposed to go to Chicago. I mean, there's no way they're routing mail from Florida to Chicago. It's just gotten somewhere weird. Or I'm in New York, it's supposed to go to Connecticut, and it's in California. Okay, so this is what you do. You go on the USPS website, and right here, track package. And what you'll do is you will type in the delivery confirmation. You can copy and paste this out of eBay and put it in there. And then you will click, so you put the number in here, and then you'll click track package. Okay? And it'll show you information. And then similar to the drop-down menus here, it'll say, do you want updates? Do you want all the information so far? I'll click yes. Do you want future updates? Yes. There's 3 or 4 choices. Yes, 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 yes. Do you want it emailed or texted? I choose email. If you have the customer's email handy, which you have in your PayPal, you can do it that way. I just have the tracking sent to me. And that's it. Then I will message my buyer. And again, that was on the USPS website. I will then message her and say, I'm so sorry. As you can tell from the delivery confirmation, it was mailed promptly, and for some reason, the USPS totally put it on them. The USPS, just for whatever reason, there's a delay. I don't say lost. There's a delay in your item getting to you. I have put in a request for your item to be checked on, which is what you've done when you enter that. And this is the interesting thing. And my experienced friend didn't know about this. And I actually checked with another friend, actually several seller friends that are very experienced. So some of us knew about this and then some of us didn't. So go on the USPS website, enter the delivery confirmation number. Then it'll ask you if you want updates. Yes, 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 yes. Pick whether you want it text or email. Boom. Usually in 24 to 48 hours, and this is for about 50 to 60% of the packages that this happens to, all of a sudden it starts to track. Wherever it is, New Jersey, Florida, Texas, all of a sudden it starts to move and you can see action and it gets to the person. For whatever reason, by entering the number, I don't know, somehow it jiggles it loose is the only way I can explain it. But the bottom line is it gets to the person. And I always let the customer know, I'm checking on this for you. I'm getting updates. I'm checking on, then I'm willing to do it. Because you want to know why? I'm not picking up the phone. I'm not calling the post office. I'm not calling their manager. I have entered it in the delivery confirmation. Yes, I could copy and paste the website, put it in the thing, tell them to do it. They may not know exactly how to put it in, to sign up for the updates. It takes me 3 or 4 seconds. I know how to do it. It lets the customer know they're taken care of. Now, if I put it in and it's just stuck in the Bermuda Triangle and it's not going to get to them, you are liable. If you have shipped the item and it does not get to them, you are liable. You're liable until it arrives. But if it shows delivered, eBay will find in your behalf. So if it's stuck in limbo, if it takes several weeks, I've had lost mail. It's just, you can file lost mail. That's one where every lost mail thing I've ever filed, like literally 4 months later, they're like, oh, and we're still looking for your lost mail. So if it's lost, if it's mailed, if it's not there, like within 2 weeks and it's gone first class priority, I do refund them. I apologize. If I have a second one, I will ship it. But if it shows delivered, eBay absolutely will back you, but it's worth it. And other sellers will tell you the same thing because they have the same information. But this one very experienced seller didn't know about that. It is absolutely worth jumping on the USPS website and putting that delivery confirmation in and signing up for the updates. For whatever reason, it jiggles the mail loose. And you know what? It took 5 or 6 seconds. You took care of the customer. They get the package, and you're all happy. It's like, yay, the package got there. It's like, yay. And they're happy and they're thankful and you took care of them. So good, good, good. So if it shows delivered, eBay will find in your favor. Just hang tight. Even if people get a little aggressive, don't you get aggressive. And if not, if it hasn't, if it's in limbo, go to that USPS website and put the delivery confirmation in. because particularly at the holidays, there's just a lot of mail. Also, you know, people are, you know, I order it on Monday. Sometimes this happens, you know, they order it on Monday, they're messaging you on Wednesday. Where is it? You know, because they've got a holiday party or something. I totally get it. So just know how to click that delivery confirmation number, know if it's going to be arrived. And two, and I will sometimes have people say, you know, I really need it like in 2 days, is another thing is to be sure to offer shipping upgrades. And I'll say, if they've messaged me before they buy the item, I do offer shipping upgrades. You might want to, you know, pay for the upgrade for the express. But a lot of this happens at the holidays, and I want to talk to you for a second about the holidays. So because of that, what I've done is I have put together a very special workshop series, and it is going to start September 16th. It's going to start next Monday. It is called Your Best Holiday Season Ever, Holiday Sales Season Ever. It will stream live on my Facebook business page, so you're going to be able to see that. I've got incredible tip sheets that I'm going to be putting out for the workshops. I'm going to be giving you worksheets. To get them, you need to hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, and then you're going to click on the member tab, and you're going to hop on the wait list for my membership. So you're going to hop over to my website, then click the member tab, then join the wait list, because when you do, for my Your Best Holiday Sales Season Ever, you're going to get all the bonus tip sheets, all the worksheets, and you're going to want to use those because they are going to help you with your holiday eBay sales. So with the shipping, stay on top of that because customers really appreciate it. It's a great way to get return sales too, which we certainly want. And I shop the internet a lot at the holidays, so I have total compassion on that. But it will absolutely help you deal with customers, keep them happy. And that jiggling the USPS thing, I mean, I'm so glad I know about that. I use that, I'm going to say at least once or twice a week, once I'm really into fourth quarter, because things do get stuck for whatever reason. I can't even imagine how much mail the USPS is processing, but do that because it really helps, and let your friends know. And join me next week, starting on the 16th. I'm so excited. I've been working. This is a great workshop series. You guys are going to love, love, love it. It is loaded with information to help you with your holiday sales. So do that. And I'm glad to be with you. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye, everybody.